Yo, what's up guys? So we're moving on with some more trick tips, and today we're going to cover one of everybody's favorite tricks, and that is the front roll. And I wanted to do kind of a more intermediate variation of it. I've done some videos on this before, but it was with a GoPro line mount, and I was able to get out there with a slow-mo camera and get some better clips of this. So I want to run through how to do like a half inverted front roll tail grab. What's cool about this one is it's still pretty beginner oriented. It looks really good, and it really helps bridge you into getting more difficult grabs. And if you're somebody who was aspiring to do unhooked freestyle, this is a great way to build that muscle memory to get that tail grab. The more hooked in grabs that you do, the easier later on if you do want to go for the more powered, challenging variation where you unhook from the kite, keep it at 45 and throw a grab. The easier and more natural those will feel later on if you practice this one 10,000 times hooked in. So this is one of my go-to tricks. Do it pretty much every session, and it's a really fun one. So let's dive right into it. So for this one, you can do this trick with a kite at 45 with line tension, or you can do it with a send jump. Your call. The trick, everything is actually the same. The only difference is if you're going to do it with line tension, you keep the kite at 45, you go a little bit faster and you edge a little bit harder to pop into the roll. If you want to send the kite, all you have to do is flick the kite up to noon and sheet in as you're popping off that back leg. So with that said, your call if you want to do it with the kite low or if you want to send the kite. And if the wind is light, I do find it's a bit easier to flick the kite up and kind of oversend the kite a little bit just to get a little extra height. And that's a really good way to bridge your way into this trick. I did do a video on light wind back rolls a while back. Give that a watch if you want to learn the light wind pop technique. But moving into the trick, so come in with good speed, keep your kite at 45, and before you load the kite, it's always good practice to come off your edge, go downwind just a little bit to pick up a little more speed, and then carve upwind just like you're trying to carve very aggressively upwind. And to load the kite, just lean back like you're sitting in a chair with good posture on the back two legs of that chair. And then from there, just scoop the board out of the water. And to initiate the roll, what you're gonna wanna do is tuck your head into your front shoulder and try to look through your back armpit. And as you're leaving the water, throw your head back just a little bit. And at the same time, you're gonna want to throw your shoulder into the roll and swing your hips into the roll. The kite is gonna loft you off the water, and from there, just keep looking over your back shoulder because the body will follow the head on this one. And to get this grab, it's not as difficult as you would think. What you wanna do is you wanna almost throw yourself up and at the control bar of the kite, and then you swing your hips up. And the key to landing this one is to tuck your back knee as close as you can into your chest, and then you really do kind of have to do a tweak of this one. Just poke that front leg out, and what'll happen is the tail of the board is going to be right there for you to just reach down and grab, and just swing around through the trick until you spot your landing, and then you can let go of the tail of the board and just land riding downwind towards the kite. So in my opinion, this is not only the best looking version of the front roll, but also the easiest version, because when you take your backhand and reach for that grab, like I talk about in a ton of videos, it keeps your front hand in the bar, which forces the kite to redirect forward and pull you downwind and out of the trick more naturally, so you don't come out kind of dangling or have a ton of air time before you touch down. And something that I do like to do often is to soften up my landings, if you do choose to do this with a little bit of power, is I'll touch my tail down first, and then just absorb the landing with my knees over my ankles, over my shoulders, riding downwind, and that'll take any impact out of the trick if you do choose to do the more powered variation of this. And even if you're doing it with the kite high and you're just redirecting it, doing that's good practice because it's going to soften up all your landings and it'll be a lot less impact on you for all future tricks. So like every trick, ride slightly downwind to take out the momentum of the landing, and then like I mentioned in a few other videos, you can actually just carve back upwind, go in the direction you were going, or you can even redirect the kite and go the other direction, because if you land going downwind, not only do landings look better, not only are they safer, but you can choose to turn anything into a transition. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you next time.